So hello everyone, good afternoon, how are you all? So yes guys, we are back with this session, and in this session we'll be having a look at those questions which are very important for the examination. So the first question which is in front of you, that's on the physics portion, and let us see what will be the correct answer for the same. The first question is, which scientific law explains the equal transmission of pressure in a confined static fluid utilized by hydraulic brakes? So we have four options. Here we have Archimedes principle as the option number A. Option number B is Pascal's law. Option number C is Bernoulli's principle, and the option number D is Boyle's law. So what should be the correct answer among us these four? So see, since it is asking about the equal transmission of pressure in a confined static fluid that's utilized in the hydraulic brakes, the obvious answer is going to be option number B, right? So yes, here the correct answer is option number B, that is Pascal's law. More about its explanation. So Pascal's law, according to the Pascal law, any pressure applied to an enclosed fluid is transmitted undiminished in all the directions throughout the fluid. If I talk about the applications, so here we have hydraulic brakes in the automobiles, we can talk about the hydraulic jacks, we can also talk about the hydraulic press. What about Archimedes principle? So it explains about the buoyant force on the submerged bodies. So here, yes, the correct option was option number B. Let's see what's the next question. The next question is, when a moving bus suddenly applies brakes, passengers jerk forward. Which property of the matter causes this reaction? So you have four options. Let us see what will be the correct answer with the same. And here we have Harry, we have Manoj. So good afternoon guys, how are you all? So this time the question is from inertia. Who gave it? So this law was given by Galileo. That is, if I'll talk about the law of inertia, so this was given by Galileo Galilei. And here in this particular question, guys, I guess there's the issue with the camera, right? Let me check it. Okay. So by the time you're answering this, Galileo Galilei gave this law of inertia. Okay. And here one more thing, that the same law was linked with the Newton's laws of motion. So if I talk about the Newton's laws of motion, so Newton's first law of motion is actually linked with this part only, right? So here, inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction, or is it option number D, that is centripetal acceleration? So in this case, the point is, it is the resistance to change. If a body is in a state of rest, it continues to be in a state of rest. If a body is in a state of motion, it continues to be in a state of motion until and unless an external force is applied on it. So here, since body was moving, so here we can link it with the inertia of motion, and hence option number B is the correct answer. So tendency of a body in a uniform motion to resist any change in its velocity unless acted upon by an external force. So here the Newton's first law or the law of inertia of motion, both will be the correct answer. Next, what is the next question? The next one is, raindrops assume a spherical shape in free fall primarily due to which physical phenomena of the liquids? So is it option number A, viscosity? Is it option number B, surface tension? Is it option number C, capillarity? Or is it option number D, gravitational pull? So what should be the correct answer guys in this case? Uh, there's a disturbance with the video. Yeah, I'll just check it. What's the issue with the camera after the class? So by the time you can just answer this. Harry is going with B. Manoj is also going with B. So yes, surface tension is the correct answer. Next we have the sparkling or brilliance and shine of a properly cut diamond is primarily attributed to which optical phenomena? So is it TIR? Is it refraction? Is it diffraction? Or is it polarization? So you have four options: refraction of light, total internal reflection, diffraction, or polarization. What should be the correct answer in this case? So see, if I talk about the total internal reflection, it occurs only when two conditions are satisfied. The first condition is the ray of light must travel from the denser to rare medium. That's the point number one. Second point is, in the angle of incidence must be greater than critical angle, right? And this phenomena is seen in optical fiber cables. It's also seen in the case of mirage, right? So obviously here the same concept is linked with the brilliance of the diamond or the shining of the diamond. So in this case, TIR, that is total internal reflection, or that is option number B, will be the correct answer. So diamond has the refractive index which is approx of 2.42. Why there is no such unit here? Because refractive index doesn't have any unit. There is no such unit with the refractive index. Fine. Okay. So what's the next question? Next is, in Fleming's left hand rule that's used for the electric motors, what physical quantity does thumb represent? So what should be the correct answer for the same? What do you think should be the correct answer for the same? So you have four options. In the Fleming's left-hand rule used for the electric motors, what physical quantity does the thumb represent? Is it electric current? What is it? So Harry is going with B, Shubham is going with C, Manoj is going with B, and Anjum is going with B. Okay. So guys, if I talk about the Fleming's left-hand rule, so these fingers are usually perpendicular to each other, right? So this thumb denotes the direction. This forefinger is representing the magnetic field, and this middle finger is representing the current. So the question was regarding the thumb. So thumb, obviously here the correct answer will be the direction of the force of motion. So here the correct answer will be option number C. What's the next question? The next question is here. Okay, so this we have already discussed. Next, which type of acha, one more thing guys, in the explanations I'm sharing this PDFs after the classes, so Manoj and Shubham knows about it, but the candidates who are new here, after every class you'll find this PDF. So I'll share the mnemonics as well. So that will be father, mother and child. So that is force that's linked with the thumb, magnetic field that's linked with the forefinger, and the child, that is current, is linked with the center finger. Next, which type of a spherical mirror is used by dentist to inspect enlarged images of the patient's teeth? So is it convex mirror, concave mirror, plane mirror, or cylindrical mirror? You have four options, and let us see what will be the correct answer regarding same. Convex mirror, concave mirror, plane mirror, or cylindrical mirror. So you have all the four options. Tell me what is the correct answer for the same. So you have the trick, if you remember. That's right, Shubham. So guys, what was the trick? If I talk about that trick, so it was simple. That if I'll just count the number of letters, if you'll just count the number of letters, you will have your answer. Concave has the more number of letters, so that's used for seeing the far away objects, right? And if I check the number of letters in the convex, so that's just with the 5 letters, and the number of letters that are lesser, we can say that it will be used for the distances which are short. Okay, so what do you think is the correct answer for the same? So we have concave, yeah, we have already discussed about it. So if I talk about the trick, so the trick was simple. The trick was that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They are just 6 letters. And just count here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters here. So 7 is greater. So that's for the larger distance. And 6 is smaller. So that's basically for the shorter distance, right? So what is the correct answer? So in this case, the correct answer will be dentist, right? So dentist needs the enlarged image, that is the larger image. So we'll go with the option number B, that is concave. Okay, so the everyone who is going with option number B, they all are giving the correct answer. Next, so concave mirror produces a virtual erect and magnified image when the object is placed between the focus and the pole. Applications: dentist, headlamps, mirror, shaving mirrors, solar furnaces, headlight, reflectors, ENT doctors. The full form of ENT is ear, nose, and throat. Okay, next. The next question is, which force acts towards the center of a circular path to keep an object moving in a circle? So guys, whenever we'll talk about a force that is acting towards the center, that is centripetal force, and the force that is acting outwards, that is centrifugal force. So if I talk about the centrifugal force, that example can be taken in the case of washing machine. The force that is acting outwards and the force that is acting inwards, that's centripetal force. So in this case, it's talking about towards the center. So obviously the answer is going to be centripetal. And let me check. So Anju, Official Harry, Manoj, Utkarsh, you all are going with option number B. That's perfect. Acha, sure. So that was a nice trick, huh? Great. So here, centripetal force is the correct answer. See, so the force that is acting inwards. So in Hindi also I can give you the trick. So guys, in Hindi there's a term. If you're from the North Indian background, or if you have Hindi as a mother tongue, so it is very common that our mother used to say, "पीठ पीठ के center में ले आऊंगे, पढ़ाई करो." So yes, the force that was acting inwards towards the center, पीठ पीठ के, that is centripetal force. Okay, what's the next question? So the next question is, which principle states that an object partially or fully submerged in a fluid experiences an upward buoyant force equal to the weight of the fluid displaced? So this option can be linked with the Eureka Eureka story. So do you remember there's a story where Archimedes was experimenting something, and once while experimenting he actually sat in a tank. He actually sat in a tub, and when he sat there in a tub, the water actually displaced obviously, and when he went out, so he was like, yeah, I found it. So he was like, eureka eureka. And here this was discovered, so this was given by Archimedes. And yes, here Archimedes principle, that is option number B, is the correct answer. More about it. So upward violent force is equal to the weight of the displaced fluid. So here the correct answer will be option number B. What about next? Which of the following processes represents a chemical change rather than a physical change? So what should be the correct answer regarding same? So by the time, let me check with the camera. There's some issue with the camera today. Okay. So guys, I'm just changing the USB cable of the camera. I guess there's some issue with the with that part. Uh, but till then, you can please answer this question, huh? I'll just take 2 minutes. I need to turn off the camera for a while. Okay. So guys, I guess now the issue will be resolved. Utkarsh is saying, so this question, they are actually the mixed questions. So they are from the ALP, they are from the JE part. Okay. So here, which of the following process represents a chemical change rather than a physical change? So guys, in the physical change, you won't find any new product. So in the physical change, there is no such new product. Fine. And here, in this case, we have four options, that is melting of the ice, boiling of the water, burning of the candle, dissolving of sugar in the water. In this case, burning of the candle will be the correct answer. That is option number C is going to be the correct answer, because here you will find, okay, so here burning of candle is the correct answer, because we can just see that in the case of burning of candle, that's the chemical change, and whenever the process is irreversible or any new product is not found, we can say that is a chemical change. So yep, burning of a candle, here's a chemical change where wax reacts with the oxygen, which produces CO2 and water with the heat and light. Okay, next, what does color phenolphthalein indicator turn when added to a basic or alkaline solution like sodium hydroxide? So it will be colorless, pink, red, or yellow. What do you think? What should be the correct answer for the same? What color does phenolphthalein indicator turn when added to a basic alkaline solution? Example, sodium hydroxide. So is it going to turn colorless? It will be pink, it will be red, or it will be yellow. So guys, while learning the formulas of trigonometry, we had some basic tricks. If you remember, it was like uh, Pakistan bhuka pyasa, Hindustan hara bhara. So there were a lot of tricks. So using the same trick, you can even answer this question. So the same trick works here. The trick was PBP. Remember? So it was perpendicular upon hypotenuse, base upon hypotenuse, perpendicular upon base. So from this you can link it. In the case of phenolphthalein, if you use phenolphthalein in the base, it is going to turn pink, right? So yes, phenolphthalein in the base turns pink, and yep, here option number B will be the correct answer. So all the candidates who are going with option number B, they all are correct. What is the correct answer? Pink is the correct answer. There are other things as well, like we can go with the methyl orange. You can also go with the pH indicator, and the most important thing, there's also an indicator where without even looking at something you can tell whether it is acidic or basic. So these indicators are known as olfactory indicators, which includes onion, vanilla and clove. So what is the correct answer? Here the correct answer was pink. So phenolphthalein is colorless in the acidic medium, but it turns pink in basic solutions where the pH value is above 7. So litmus paper, red turns blue in bases, and the blue turns into the red in acids. What about methyl orange? So red in acidic, yellow in basic solutions. Turmeric, it turns reddish brown in basic solutions. So yep, that's the point. The next one is, what is the correct chemical formula of plaster of Paris that's used for setting fractured bones? So you have four options. What will be the correct answer? So if I'll talk about the plaster of Paris, from where it is formed. So it is actually obtained from gypsum. So first of all, let us discuss about gypsum. So let's see what is the answer. So Utkarsh is going with B, Manoj is going with B, Official Harry is with B, Shubham is with B. Okay, so you all are correct here. In this case, please remember the point number one, that is option number A, that's mentioned here. It's for the gypsum. This is basically for the gypsum, and when you heat up it, so after heating the gypsum, we'll obtain CaSO4.2. So there's a difference only in this section. So do not get confused. Do not directly click on option number A. Although you all have given the correct answer. So this is what plaster of Paris is. Right. Next. What is the next question? So before proceeding towards the next question, so plaster of Paris has this formula, that is calcium sulfate hemihydrate, and when mixed with the water, POP recombines to form hard crystalline gypsum, and CaOCl2 is the chemical formula of the bleaching powder. Bleaching powder's formula was asked in RRB JE2, it was asked in RRB ALP, and it's also asked in RRB Group D. So this is very common question for all the RRB examinations, and also the same question is in CGL and CHSL. Okay, next. Moving from left to right across the period in a modern periodic table, how does electronegativity change? Decreases, increases, remains constant, first decreases, then increases. So we have four options. What should be the correct answer for the same? Decreases, increases, remains constant, first decreases, then increases. You have four options. Let us see what will be the correct answer for the same. So Shubham is going with option number B. Fine. Others? Oh, it has changed actually. Okay, 1 second. Where were we? Yeah. So in this case, what will be the answer? No idea. Harry is saying, Anjum is going with B. Shubham is saying it will increase. Manoj is saying it will be B. Okay, so let me explain this. So first of all, for this question, we need to understand what is electronegativity. So electronegativity is linked with the electron gaining tendency. Electron gaining tendency. Now guys, since we are talking about the electrons gaining tendency, tell me one thing. I'm giving you two options. One is sodium and another option is chlorine. Guys, which of the following two options will have more tendency to gain the electron? See, sodium has atomic number 11. Since sodium has atomic number 11, so its configuration is 2,8,1. So it has the tendency of losing the electron. Sodium has the tendency of losing one electron. If I'll talk about the chlorine, it's 2,8,7. So chlorine in the outermost shell has 7 electrons. It has the tendency to gain the electrons so that it can obtain the stability. In order to attain the stability, we need to gain the electron when we are moving right side in the periodic table. So the same question was asked, when you're moving towards the right in the periodic table, what will be the effect on electronegativity? So electronegativity will keep on increasing as we move towards right of the table. And While moving towards the left side, electropositivity will increase. So here, the correct answer will be option number B, that is increases. Let me check. Utkarshna, no, it cannot be D. It will be option number B. It is going to increase. I guess it is clear. So chlorine is going to gain. Acha guys, tell me one thing. Now it's okay with the camera, right? I think there was some issue. There was some technical issue. Now it's okay. Okay, fine. So electronegativity is the tendency of an atom to attract the shared electrons in a chemical bond, and across the period as we'll move from left to the right. So here we'll find the non-metals, and non-metals have the tendency to gain the electrons. That's the easiest part. Okay, next. What is the chemical name of bleaching powder that's used for water purification and disinfection? So is it sodium bicarbonate? Is it calcium hypochlorite? Is it calcium carbonate? Is it sodium hydroxide? So you have four options. Let us see what will be the correct answer regarding same. Okay, Manoj, fine. So Harry, Shubham, Manoj, Utkarshna, and Anjum. What do you think is the correct answer in this case? So guys, you have four options here, right? Now, if I'll talk about these four options, trust me guys, all four options are very important. First of all, if someone asks you, what is the chemical name of baking soda? So what is it? So the chemical name of baking soda is sodium bicarbonate. What is the chemical name of washing soda? That's sodium carbonate. So here, sodium bicarbonate, that's linked with the baking soda. And I have a trick also. So guys, after the selection, we'll have some party, right? And when I'll throw the party, after the party, obviously you need to go for the joining, right? So you'll say, okay, sir, bye. We'll meet for the next time. So party was done. What kind of party was it? So we were having party of dosa, or it may be Indian main course. It may be anything, right? So it was about edible items, right? So it's only and only about edible items where we'll say, bye sir, okay, it was a nice food, but we'll never have the party with the washing of the clothes, right? So there would be no such party with the washing clothes. So that's just sodium carbonate. It's a trick. So sodium carbonate is linked with the washing soda, and sodium bicarbonate is linked with the baking soda. Here it's the bleaching powder, and that's CaOCl2, and that's what? That's calcium hypochlorite. So this is the formula. And last year the same question was asked in RRB, but there the question was asked in the reaction form. Okay, so here it is. The chemical name is calcium hypochlorite and the formula is CaOCl2. So how it is manufactured? This is again the question from the PYQ. This is from the CGL basically. So it's manufactured by passing dry chlorine gas over the dry slaked lime, and it releases chlorine gas on the reaction with the dilute acids that's responsible for the disinfection or disinfectant action. Sodium bicarbonate, that's the baking soda. We have discussed this. Next, which of the following chemical reaction is an example of endothermic process? What is endothermic? The process in which the heat is absorbed. So when the heat is released, that's exothermic. But when the heat is absorbed, that's endothermic. So you have four options. Is it respiration? No. In the case of respiration, heat is released. So this is an example of exothermic reaction. What about this? Combustion of a coal. So guys, whenever you will burn a coal, you know the heat is going to be released, right? So combustion of the coal is again the example of exothermic reaction. But yep, photosynthesis in the plants, that's the example of endothermic reaction where heat is absorbed. So here, let me check with the comments first. So Shubham is going to see, Manoj, Utkarshna, and Anjum, you all are correct, guys. This in this case, option number C will be the correct answer. What about the explanation? So endothermic reaction, it absorbs energy from the surroundings. Example, photosynthesis, decomposition of the calcium carbonate. What about exothermic? So release of heat energy to the surroundings like respiration, combustion, or the slaking of the lime. In the case of photosynthesis, this is the reaction as we are aware of, right? Next, which noble gas is commonly filled inside traditional incandescent electric light bulbs to prevent filament oxidation? So is it helium, neon, argon, or radon? So I'll ask two more questions in the same question. First of all, I want this answer. Let me check with the comment section first. So yeah, that's true. So official Harry is the first one to answer here. So he's saying that argon will be the correct answer. What about other candidates? So guys, yes, that's true, and we all are aware of this. That if I talk about those bulbs which were used when we were kiddos, those yellow bulbs, those 100-watt bulbs, they were filled with argon, right? So argon is the correct answer. Next thing is that filament was made up of what? So the filament was actually made up of tungsten. Why only tungsten? Because the melting point of the tungsten was very high, and it was approx 3000 to 3500 degrees centigrade. So the melting point of the tungsten is very, very, very high, right? So that's the point number 2. Guys, now the third and final question is, if argon was not given in the option, what could have been the answer? So in case argon is not there in the option, you will find nitrogen as an option. Fine. So remember, as an alternative to the argon, we can also go with the nitrogen. That's the important one because everyone is aware of this argon, but most of us doesn't know about nitrogen. So nitrogen is also used as the filler is in this bulb. Nitrogen is also used in this bulb. Apart from that, nitrogen is also used in the chips packet. So chips packet or all those products like Lay's, Kurkure and all. So this prevents from the oxidation. Fine. And one more thing, the bulbs which are using right now, they are LED bulbs, right? So these LED bulbs are having which gas? So please remember, LED bulbs, they doesn't have any gas. They don't have any gas. So here now it's clear, argon or nitrogen, they were used on those bulbs. In the present scenario, the LED bulbs, that is light emitting diodes, there is no such gas being used. Fine. Next. So argon is chemically inert gas that's used in the electric bulbs to prevent oxidation and evaporation of the tungsten filament. It extends the lifespan of the bulb filament. Neon is used in glowing the advertisement signboards, and radon is then radioactive noble gas. Next, atoms of different chemical elements, they have same mass number but different atomic number. They are called what? Four options. So what will be the correct answer in this case? Anjum, Mr. DK, Shubham, Manoj, Utkarshna. So guys, here let me explain all the four options. See, the term iso actually means same. The term iso means same. Okay. So you will find iso here too. Here also iso is there. Here also iso is there. Right. Now, if the number of protons are same, and you must know number of protons are always equal to the atomic number. So if two elements or more than two elements, they are having the same atomic number but different mass number, they will be called as isotopes, right? Like 1H1, 2H1, 3H1. It's protium, this is deuterium, and this is tritium. So this is the example of isotope. But if we're talking about bar, let's say one of let's say I have my birthday right today. Let's say it's not my birthday today. My birthday would be on 29th of October, but it's my birthday today. And in the morning I called my mother and took all wishes. So mother said, I'm just transferring 10,000 rupees to you, just have party. I said, Mom, I have started to earn, there's no need to share. But she's mother, she shared it. But one of my friends said, Are Deep, we have never been to bar. What do you think? Can we go bar for once? So guys, if the same thing is discussed with the mother, if I'll call my mother, that Abhishek was asking to join for the bar party, what do you think my mother will do? She will share another 10,000 rupees? No. She'll say, from the next time, just forget that I'm your mother. Never ever come to my home. So here, this is not only about my mother. This is for everyone's mother. If we'll talk about the bar, everyone's ma will be same. And from the ma, you can link it with mass number. So from ma, you can link with the mass. So yes, everyone's ma will be same whenever you'll talk about the bar. So same mass number. So if mass number is same but different atomic number, that is isobar. And what about isotone? From any, you can link it to the neutron. So two or more than two elements, if they have same number of neutrons, they will be said to be as isotones. And what about allotropes? So here we can link it with the allotropes of carbon like diamond, graphite, carbon, right? So in short, here are the atoms of different chemical elements which have same mass number but different atomic number. So same ma will be same when you'll discuss anything about bar. Whether you're a student or you're in the working mode, no one can even think of bar and discuss with the mother, right? So ma will be same in this case. So here option number B will be the correct answer. So same mass number but different atomic number. So answer is isobar. Let me check. So I guess this is clear now. Harry, so sorted with the tricks. So Mr. DK, Manoj, everyone, here the correct answer will be option number B, that is isobar. Next. Oh, 1 second. So this part is sorted. Next. So we have discussed everything. There's nothing left. Next. Which water soluble or fat soluble vitamin plays an essential role in blood coagulation? Is it vitamin A, C, K, or E? We have four options. So water soluble vitamins. See guys, these are fat soluble vitamins. These are fat soluble vitamins, and this is water soluble vitamin. So vitamin B and C. So vitamin B and C, just option number B is here, right? So Kida cannot be dissolved in water, right? So the only option left is B and C. So Kida is fat soluble and BC is water soluble. So here the option number B was the correct answer. So here also you have a trick, Harry, and the trick is Kida is not soluble in water. What is the answer? So here, sorry, which water soluble vitamin? Oh, sorry, guys, this is the mistake that I've committed. So which water soluble or fat soluble vitamin plays an essential role? Sorry, that's my mistake. Guys, it was not only about the water soluble, it was also about the fat soluble. So the question was, which water soluble or fat soluble vitamin plays an essential role in the blood coagulation? So obviously, for the blood clotting, vitamin K is responsible. So that's why vitamin K will be the answer, but this is not water soluble, guys. This is fat soluble vitamin. So fat soluble vitamin is vitamin K, and its name is naphthaquinone or phyloquinone. And one more thing, what is the major source of vitamin K? So you can have green leafy vegetables for the same. So green leafy vegetables includes cabbage, it can be spinach and all. So option number C will be the correct answer. I guess this is clear. So proceeding forward with the next question now. One second. Okay. So here the correct answer was option number C. Next. Next we have, which region of the human brain is primarily responsible for maintaining the posture, balance, and muscular equilibrium? Is it cerebrum? Is it cerebellum? Is it medulla oblongata? Or is it hypothalamus? So you have four options. What do you think is the correct answer for the C? So if I'll talk about cerebrum, so guys, cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. It is the largest part of the brain, and that's important for the reasoning, for intelligence, for thinking. This cerebrum portion is important. Fine. If I talk about cerebellum, from this bell you can actually link it with the bell. So cerebellum is linked with the maintaining the posture of the body, that is balance, right? So the region of the human brain which is primarily responsible for maintaining the posture, balance, and muscular equilibrium, that's cerebellum. What about medulla oblongata? So all the involuntary actions are dealt by medulla oblongata. So let me write it for you. All the involuntary actions are dealt by medulla oblongata. Fine. Hypothalamus, that's linked with the hunger, pain, then we have emotions. All these things are dealt by hypothalamus, which is known as the master of the master gland. So balancing is maintained by cerebellum. One second. Yeah. So B, cerebellum is the correct answer. So here, posture and the balance, it's maintained by cerebellum, and it is also known as the little brain. Fine. Next, where within the plant cell chloroplast does the light dependent reaction of photosynthesis takes place? Is it stroma, thylakoid, outer membrane, or mitochondrial matrix? So what should be the correct answer? Let me check with the comments now. So Mr. DK is going with B, Manoj is again going with B, and both of you are correct this time. here the correct answer will be thylakoid. So basically they are discs. So thylakoid discs are there. Yes, these are the grana stack, that is the light reaction. So it occurs in the thylakoid membrane or grana, where chlorophyll absorbs these solar photons. So photons, that is the basic unit of light. Okay, so they produce ATP. The full form of ATP is adenosine triphosphate, then NADPH, and releases the oxygen gas via photolysis of water. Next, the Bowman's capsule and the glomerulus form the primary filtration unit of human excretory organ. Which human excretory organ component? Is it neuron, nephron, alveoli, or villi? So see, if I'll talk about the neuron is linked with the brain, right? Nephron is the functional unit of kidney. Alveoli is this is the cellular sac nephrons per kidney is there. Okay. Next, which gaseous plant hormone is uniquely responsible for accelerating the natural ripening of the fruits? Is it auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin, or ethylene? Your four options. Let me check what will be the correct answer. So here DK was going with B, Shubham was B. Achha, you all were going with B in the last question. Okay. So Harry is saying that it will be option number D. Shubham is also going with option number D. So guys, you all are correct, because if I talk about this auxin, that helps in the cell elongation. This auxin along with the cytokinin, they help in the cell elongation. If I talk about gibberellin, so that is helping in the flowering of the plants. Cytokinin with the length, ethylene, that's the gaseous hormone, and that's used in the ripening of the fruits. So obviously option number D is the correct answer, but also remember this is also known as the gaseous hormone. It is asked in the examination. And there's another hormone, that is abscisic acid, ABA, which maintains the dormancy. So that's also important. Okay, so here the option number D was correct, that is ethylene. So ethylene is the only gaseous plant hormone which promotes fruit ripening and leaf abscission. So here if I talk about auxin, so that is responsible for the cell elongation and apical dominance. Cytokinin activates the cell division, and gibberellin promotes the stem elongation and seed germination. Also they help in the flowering of the plants. Next, which blood vessel uniquely carries deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle of the heart to the lungs? So guys, if I talk about heart, so heart is divided into four different sections. I'm talking about the human heart, right? So yes, there are four different sections. So here, when the blood is transmitted or transferred from one portion to another, there are valves which are present. So from the right atrium to right ventricle, there is deoxygenated blood, and then blood reaches the lungs, and when the blood is oxygenated, it again gets back into the heart. So the question is, which blood vessel uniquely carries deoxygenated blood from right ventricle to the heart of the heart to the lungs? So guys, that is a pulmonary artery. That is an exception, because arteries normally carries oxygenated blood, but here it is carrying deoxygenated blood. So the correct answer will be pulmonary artery in this case. The answer is option number B. Let me check what all are your answers. So yes guys, Shubham, Harry, Manoj, Mr. DK, you are doing great. Next, so pulmonary artery, the only artery in the human heart that carries deoxygenated blood from right ventricle to the lungs. And similarly, please remember, if I talk about the pulmonary vein, it is the exception where the oxygenated blood is carried. Okay, so that's done. Next, lysosomes are termed as suicidal bags. We have discussed this in the last class, in the yesterday's lecture. So why they are termed so? So the question is, the lysosomes are termed suicidal bags of the cell due to the presence of which chemical substances inside them? So is it chlorophyll pigments? Is it hydrolytic diester enzymes? Is it ribosomal proteins, or is it ATP molecules, that is adenosine triphosphate? So you have four options. What do you think is the correct answer for the same? So yeah, Shubham, Manoj, Harry, what's the answer? So in this case, yes, these lysosomes are known as suicidal packets because they carry enzymes, and yes, they burst in a way that whole cell digests there. So here they have hydrolytic digestive enzymes, the membrane bound organelle containing powerful hydrolytic enzymes, which are active as the acidic pH. They digest worn out cell organelles, foreign pathogens, and cellular debris. So when the cell damage occurs, lysosomes burst open and digest their own cell, and that's why they are known as suicidal packets. Fine. Okay. Next, deficiency of vitamin A, retinol. Retinol is the chemical name of vitamin A, right? In the human diet, primarily causes which eye ailment? Is it scurvy, rickets, night blindness, or goiter? So if I'll talk about the scurvy, so this is the issue that is caused because of deficiency of vitamin C. Rickets is caused due to deficiency of vitamin D. That is the bowing of legs. Night blindness or nyctalopia, that's caused because of deficiency of vitamin A. Its chemical name is retinol. From the retin term, you can actually link it with the retina. What about option number D? Goiter. So goiter is caused due to lack of mineral. What is the name of it? That is lack of iodine. So due to lack of iodine, goiter is there. So guys, that's all from my end. Now is the time to go with the homework question. And guys, one more thing. You can even practice these questions from the Oliveboard's website as well. There are tests which are present there. Okay, so here vitamin A's chemical name is retinol. It's essential for the retinal synthesis of rhodopsin pigment in the rod cells. Okay, so its deficiency leads to night blindness, as we are aware of. So this is the homework question for you all. Yesterday I was waiting for you, Shubham, Manoj, and all the other candidates who is there in the comment section. So guys, at least I want this answer today. So which nitrogen fixing symbiotic bacterium resides in the root nodules of the leguminous plants like peas and beans? So is it Azotobacter, is it Rhizobium, is it Nitrosomonas, or is it Pseudomonas? So please answer this in the comment section so that in the next class when I'll come again, I'll discuss the comment section first and then I'll proceed with the questions. So if you have any doubts, queries, you need to know anything, you need some tricks, you can just let me know in the comment section. So comment section is just like a community page for you people. So in the next class when I'll come here now, I'll discuss those questions whatsoever you have commented there. Okay. So yeah, one more thing before ending the session. Guys, if you want to join any of the paid batches, so you can just go to the Oliveboard's website. Here on the first link, when you'll just tap it, you'll find SSC plus Railway Super Elite batch where we have classes in both Hindi and English medium. For the maximum discount, you can just click on this enroll now option and you have a coupon code that is CHAMP. Here you'll get 45% off plus double validity. So that's all from my end, guys. And again, I'll just show you the same question. This is the homework question for you all. Let me check the comment section. Have you commented something? Okay, so Mr. DK, Shubham, Manoj, Harry, Anjum, please let me know. Is there any doubt or queries in the comment section? And also please answer. And I want your response in the comment section. Are you liking these classes? So for these classes, you can join me daily from Monday to Friday at sharp 12. So in the next class, that is tomorrow, we'll join sharp at 12 tomorrow. And now since I have my paid class, I have to just leave. So we'll meet tomorrow now at 12. So till then, bye bye guys. Take care. Jai Hind. And for the examination, all the very best. Take care guys. Bye bye.